August 15, 1947. New Delhi. Midnight. A new flag slowly rises into the sky. Millions fill the streets. People are crying, laughing, embracing complete strangers. After nearly 2 centuries, India is finally free, but thousands of miles away. Inside a quiet room at 10 Downing Street in London, there is no celebration, no cheering, no victory, only silence. Because Britain's leaders understand something the rest of the world does not. They have not just lost India, they have lost the heart of their empire. For almost 200 years, India had been called the jewel in the crown, the richest colony, the most valuable possession, the foundation of Britain's global power. And now, it is gone. No one says it aloud, but everyone in that room knows the truth. If Britain can lose India, then the British Empire itself may not survive. This is the story of the greatest empire the world had ever seen. An empire that ruled almost 1/4 of the earth, controlled the world's oceans, dominated global trade, and believed the sun would never set upon its lands. So, how did the world's largest empire lose everything? Was it defeated by powerful enemies? Did 2 world wars destroy it? Or did the British Empire slowly destroy itself, long before anyone realized it? Today, we uncover the rise, the glory, and the tragic fall of the British Empire. Every empire has a beginning. Some begin with a single battle, others with a single dream. The British Empire began on a small island that few believed could ever change the world. An island often threatened by stronger kingdoms. An island with limited land, limited resources, and limited power. No one could have imagined that one day, its ships would sail every ocean, its merchants would control global trade, and its flag would fly over millions of people across every continent. But history has a strange habit. The higher an empire rises, the harder its fall becomes. The year was 1588. Across the English Channel, a giant fleet appeared on the horizon. More than 130 Spanish warships, known as the Spanish Armada, were sailing toward England. At that time, Spain was the richest empire on earth. Its treasure ships carried gold and silver from the Americas. Its army was feared across Europe. Most people believed England had no chance. Queen Elizabeth I ruled a small island, with a much smaller navy, and far fewer resources. But history often changes with moments no one expects. Violent storms scattered the Spanish fleet. English warships attacked relentlessly, and within weeks, the mighty Armada was defeated. That victory changed everything. For the first time, England believed it could become a global power. It was no longer thinking about defending its island. It was dreaming of ruling the oceans. Over the next century, British ships sailed farther than ever before. They crossed the Atlantic, reached India, Africa, the Caribbean, and the Pacific Ocean. At first, they did not arrive as conquerors. They arrived as merchants. Everywhere they landed, they built trading posts, small ports, small warehouses, small forts. Nothing looked dangerous, but slowly, trade became influence. Influence became control, and control became an empire. The East India Company started as a private business, but before long, it had its own army, its own navy, its own currency, and in many places, it held more power than kings themselves. Without realizing it, Britain had discovered a new way to conquer the world, not just with swords, but with business. By the beginning of the 19th century, Britain was no longer a European kingdom. It had become a global empire. Its ships ruled the seas. Its factories produced goods for the entire world. Its flag appeared on maps across every continent. People started saying, "The sun never sets on the British Empire." And for a long time, that didn't seem like an exaggeration. It seemed like reality. But sometimes, the greatest danger to an empire is not an enemy standing outside its borders. It is the belief that it can never fall. The year was 1857. Northern India. The British Empire had never looked stronger. Its merchants controlled global trade. Its navy ruled the oceans. Its industries were producing more wealth than ever before. From London, everything appeared perfect. But thousands of miles away, a storm was quietly forming. It began with a handful of angry soldiers. Within weeks, that anger exploded into one of the biggest uprisings the empire had ever faced. Cities burned. British officers were attacked. Entire regions slipped out of British control. For the first time, Britain realized a terrifying truth. An empire can conquer millions, but it can never force millions to love being conquered. Britain eventually crushed the rebellion. Its flag continued to fly over India. Its empire survived, but something had changed forever. The illusion of complete control was gone. From that day forward, Britain spent enormous amounts of money maintaining armies, protecting shipping routes, suppressing revolts, and defending colonies scattered across the globe. The empire was still growing, but so were its costs. Every new colony brought new responsibilities. Every new victory created another problem. The larger the empire became, the heavier it grew, and history has always been cruel to empires that become too heavy to carry themselves. Then, another revolution changed the world. Not a political revolution, an industrial one. Britain became the workshop of the world. Its factories never seemed to sleep. Steam engines transformed transportation. Railways connected continents. New inventions created unimaginable wealth. London became the financial capital of the planet. For a brief moment, the British Empire reached its absolute peak. Many believed nothing could ever replace it. But history teaches the same lesson. Again and again, the higher an empire climbs, the farther it has to fall. August 1914. Europe. What began as the assassination of a single man soon pulled the entire world into war. Britain had no choice. As the world's largest empire, it was expected to lead. From India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Africa, millions of soldiers answered Britain's call. They fought, not only for their own homes, but for an empire many of them had never even seen. For 4 long years, the British Empire poured everything into the war. Its money, its industries, its people. And when the war finally ended, Britain stood among the victors. The world celebrated, but hidden behind the victory was a painful truth. The empire had won the war by exhausting itself. London was drowning in debt. Factories that once produced wealth now produced weapons. Thousands of families had lost fathers, brothers, and sons. For the first time in generations, people began asking a dangerous question. Was the empire becoming too expensive to keep? But before Britain could recover, history struck again. Only 20 years later, the world was at war. Once more, September 1939, World War II had begun. This war would be even more devastating than the first. Night after night, German bombers filled the skies above London. Buildings collapsed. Entire neighborhoods disappeared beneath fire. Families spent endless nights inside underground stations, praying that morning would come. Britain refused to surrender. It fought with extraordinary courage. And once again, it emerged victorious. But this victory came with a price, far greater than anyone had imagined. By 1945, Britain had defeated its enemies, but it could no longer afford its own empire. The world's greatest empire had survived the war, yet quietly, it had already begun to lose the future. August 15, 1947, as midnight arrived, a new nation was born. India, the richest and most valuable colony of the British Empire, was finally independent. For millions of Indians, it was a moment of freedom. But for Britain, it was something far more painful. It was the moment the empire lost its greatest treasure. For nearly 2 centuries, India had fueled Britain's industries, filled its treasury, and strengthened its global power. Now, the jewel in the crown was gone, and once India walked away, the rest of the empire began asking the same question. If India can be free, why can't we? The answer came, faster than anyone expected. Across Asia, across Africa, across the Middle East, one independence movement after another began to rise. The British Empire had spent centuries expanding across the world. Now, it was shrinking, year after year. One colony, then another, then another. The empire wasn't collapsing in a single battle. It was disappearing, piece by piece. Then, in 1956, came the moment that shocked the entire world. The Suez Crisis, when Egypt's president, Gamal Abdel Nasser, nationalized the Suez Canal. Britain believed it could simply take it back. For generations, no one dared challenge the British Empire. This time, Britain expected another easy victory. Instead, it received a lesson it would never forget. The invasion began. British forces advanced. But something unexpected happened. It wasn't Egypt that stopped Britain. It was the world's new superpowers. The United States opposed the invasion. The Soviet Union issued direct warnings. Suddenly, the empire that had once ruled the oceans could no longer act without the approval of others. Britain withdrew, not because its soldiers lacked courage, but because history had chosen a new age. That single moment told the entire world the British Empire was no longer the ruler of the world. Its final chapter had begun. For more than 300 years, the British Empire had changed the course of history. It had conquered continents, controlled oceans, built railways, created global trade routes, and spread its influence to every corner of the world. But in the end, it discovered something every empire before it had learned the hard way. No empire is too powerful to fall. People often ask, who destroyed the British Empire? Was it Germany? Was it Japan? Was it India? The answer is far more complicated. No single country destroyed the British Empire. It slowly collapsed under the weight of its own success. The empire became too large, too expensive, too difficult to defend. Every new colony demanded more soldiers, more ships, more money, and eventually, the cost of keeping the empire became greater than the empire itself. Yet, the empire did not disappear completely. Its language, its legal systems, its railways, its universities, and its political traditions still shape the modern world. Today, more than 50 independent nations belong to the Commonwealth. The empire is gone, but its legacy still lives on. History remembers Britain, not only because it built the largest empire on earth, but because its rise and its fall changed the world forever. From a small island to the ruler of nearly 1/4 of the earth, and finally, to the end of an empire. The story of the British Empire is not simply the story of conquest. It is a story of ambition, power, sacrifice, pride, and one timeless lesson. The greatest threat to every empire is believing it will last forever, because history has never spared even the strongest. If you enjoyed this journey through history, subscribe to Imperion Vault, because the next great empire is already waiting to tell its story.